Hey, Meg, do you know what?
Nope.
I don't have time for high school drama anymore.
I don't think I had time for high school drama in high school.
I did when I was in high school, but
I don't give a fuck about any drama.
Well, see, when you're like, I just had a lot of friends and drama follows, but you guys, I'm sitting here. My 20-year high school reunion is coming up, and I got put in with this other girl to help plan it, even though I was very clear that I could only help plan a little bit. And she just lost her fucking mind via text message.
I read it. It's true.
It was, I put my boundaries down of like, I can't do anything in the month of April because I have my book coming out and I'm super busy. Mm-hmm. And she was like, fine, we'll have everything planned by the end of May. And I was like, sounds good. I can help with that. And then I didn't respond as much as she wanted in April. And she just was so mean to me.
I was with you when you put down those boundaries of this is what's going on. Because you literally were like, hey, does this sound okay?
Right. I'm not here for that shit.
No.
I'm not here. And I'm also not here to be talked down to by someone I went to high school with.
There's
I don't have time. Yep. Go ahead and be angry with yourself. That's their problem. All right. I have a joke.
All right.
And it kind of goes along the lines of the joke I said last week. But I just want to be clear that I'm not really saying this about Meg's mom, but it's your mom joke and it's funny. Okay. So everyone just has to get over it. And Meg said I can. Meg said I know it.
No.
Okay. So now I lost it. God damn it. Where did it go?
I'm already enjoying this beverage. Sorry, we haven't gotten to it yet.
I mean, you can. What, are we not supposed to drink it?
Well, I know, but usually.
Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that trampolines used to be called jumpolines until your mom got on one?
Pretty funny.
But see, I could have made it, or could have said like, till you got on one, I guess.
You could have.
Or I could have said, I was going to say my sister got on one.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this could be everything.
It could be a lot of things. That's why I said, but you said go
until
with the original.
Until Poo Boo got on
until,
one?
Well, it's
a
a man tramp.
Can be a tramp.
Can it?
Yeah.
What is the definition of a tramp?
I don't know. Should we look it up?
Do it.
What is?
Oops, did you text me? My bad.
The definition of a tramp is a person who travels from place to place on foot in search of work or as a vagrant or a beggar. Well, that's not what either of us.
I don't think that's what that really means anymore.
No.
But also Lady and the Tramp, so it can be a guy.
Yeah,
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady is
Lady is not the tramp.
No.
But tramp.
And he moved from.
So, I mean, obviously tramp has taken on a different meaning nowadays. Tramp is meant like you're a
hoe for show.
I was just about to say that.
I know you were, which is why I said it.
No, that is dead. I mean, we share a brain. Sometimes it's like
real weird.
We can feel each other's anxiety. We say this all the time.
Well, hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Raina, ready to rip some lunatic soup.
Let's go.
Let's go. Want to know what was so funny is listening to our old episodes, how our intro has changed, like that part has changed.
Yeah. And our outro.
Well, yeah, we didn't have an outro for a long time. Then we finally got one. But the intro, it was like, you would say it really slow and like, hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup.
And now we're just like, we don't have time for this.
Yep.
Let's
and
go.
then I didn't say the part where it was like, I said ready to brew up, like ready to brew or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, let's go. But now I think I just changed it. It's just like, it sounds better that way.
It
evolved just like we did, like we evolved. Speaking of evolving.
We're evolving today.
We are unfortunately evolving to the sober variety today.
This is delicious though.
It is. I made us a mocktail because one, it is 12:30 in the afternoon.
We still got a mom for the rest of the day.
We do, and
Sports, kids.
We've had a busy week of consuming.
I'm trying to think of what the week entailed.
The week entailed Sunday my book launch party, then Monday we recorded, then Tuesday my book launched. We drank then. I
only had one glass of champagne that night.
You were good. I wasn't. And then the next day something else happened.
That's on you.
I actually didn't drink that day. Oh, no, I had a sip of a margarita that I made that was delicious, but I made it for a video.
Yesterday, it looks like Papa Bill struck again.
He did. Papa. It's always Papa. It is Papa, man. But we had my daughter's school like performance, and then we went out to dinner with my parents, and we went out to my favorite place, the Windmill.
Which we still haven't gotten.
I had the cheese curds again. next week. Next week.
We still need to go out for our 2-year anniversary.
That's what I'm saying is we can go celebrate with each other down there, and we can get like a husband to drive one way and a husband drives back.
Perfect.
But go and get the cheese cards. The cocktails are so good. Everything.
All I need. That's all I need in life. I am not a let's go to a restaurant and order a big meal. That's not what I like to do.
No.
I don't like having to roll out of a restaurant.
No, we'll get
Appetizers and drinks.
They have
and
truffle
if they
fries.
Have cheese.
Yeah, truffle fries. That's what we got as our appetizer with truffle. God, I can't fucking say that.
I want truffle fries and cheese curds.
And then we got the coconut shrimp, which I know is not your thing,
not my
but we
thing.
won't get that. But then they have a burrata salad that is with peaches on it. They have, I mean, the food there is.
Can't eat peaches.
Oh God, I
Pitted
forgot about
fruit.
that. Well, we could order it without that,
Order
or
it without the peaches.
or they have
I
a billion
will
other salads. They have
risk-
arancini balls.
Oh my God.
Like it's like the risotto
Yeah.
balls. They have.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
Their appetizer menu. So we could just go get some apps and some cocktails, and we'd be.
That's the
quite
only
happy.
thing. I'm pretty sure Patrick from True Crime Obsessed, our friend Patrick.
Yes.
Appetizers and drinks. We've had this conversation. Patrick loves appetizers and drinks. I love appetizers and drinks. You love appetizers and drinks. It's the only way to go when you're out celebrating.
If you just want to go out for apps, I am down. I love an appetizer.
Anytime.
I love
That's all I ever
a
want to
chip
go
and
out
a
for.
dip of sorts.
Oh my God.
Just give me that and some booze.
What is it, Zachariah? I want
Oh, yeah.
to go to I want to go sit down with chips and salsa, fat margarita, and I want you to tell me something so scandalous my jaw drops, something like that.
It's the best, but it's like, yeah, give me the drama. Give it to me. But
It's just like I've got a fat ass and a good personality.
So fucking funny. He's on TikTok,
He's
by
the
the
best.
way, guys. He's hilarious.
Zachariah, go look him up.
But on their menu, they have something called the girl dinner, and it's a Caesar salad, truffle fries, and an espresso martini.
What the?
And I'm like, yeah, sign me up. That's all I need. Girl dinner.
That's all I need.
A Caesar salad with a side of fries.
I will even take an espresso martini. Not every day, but sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean,
sometimes.
swap it out.
And I would swap out the espresso martini just because I like that as my dessert. I need something more refreshing. With, you know.
This, however,
This is delightful.
That's what we were.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking.
Squirrel. I have my cousin's bridal shower this weekend, and my aunt basically is flying me out there to make all the cocktails, which is so fun. So I've been going through them, and so this is the mocktail that I'm making for. There's some pregnant ladies and people who don't drink.
So good.
And so it's mint, simple syrup, ginger beer, pear juice, sparkling water, and lime.
My mint is all coming up.
It is. I had to buy this, so can I come steal some?
Yep, steal some mint.
I love that.
So good. Let's see how many times I click the mic with my drink, and she gives me that look right there. That one right there.
I'm about to kill her, guys. And I hope you all know now my mom is lovingly known as Wiener Pit on all of our group chats. And
I'm sorry,
she adopted the name, and you guys, it's going very well. So I hope you all enjoyed my mom being on there.
When I listened to it, just her voice is so happy and just joyful, and I hope our listeners appreciated that.
Me too. She's like, I just hope no one at my work listens. And I said, Mom, I promise you no one at your work listens. And I was like, and if they did,
oh well,
I called you a dick pic. Get over it. That was how I had to explain it to her, remember? Because she didn't get it. And I was like,
oh, I don't understand.
She's like, what does that mean? I was like, like a dick pit, like you take a lot of dick. And she's like, oh. I was like, oh, sorry, Mom.
And then we decided that it's actually Fallon.
That it's actually Fallon, but also, either or. It could go either way. Also, you guys, my mom is fun, so obviously.
She's the best.
So she's not offended.
Best.
She thinks it's funny as fuck. Our family's inappropriate.
Okay, we haven't done an alien one in a while, you guys.
I'm stoked, especially because those motherfuckers are out there right now.
100%.
I think they're going to come save us soon. I hope so.
I don't think we're lucky enough.
I don't know.
That's the problem. We are going to be talking about the abduction of Betty and Barney Hill.
Okay.
Do you know this one?
I've heard of them, and I don't know if I've just heard of them from you telling stuff on the podcast or seeing stuff on TikTok. Or what?
See,
but
this is from my neck of the woods.
Okay.
So I think I just grew up knowing about
Yeah, I
this.
definitely didn't grow up knowing about it, but have I heard about it? Yes. But so go for it. I don't know. I have no idea.
This is one of the most famous and the first widely publicized alien abduction cases in American history.
Okay.
The case became pretty much foundation for UFO culture, and it influences everything from movies to TV shows, conspiracy theories, government cover-ups. This was post Roswell.
Okay.
But if you remember, the Roswell story kind of evolved over time.
Well, yeah, because they came out first and said it was
it was
aliens,
no,
then it was that,
this.
and then it was
it was this.
Yeah, they at first said aliens, then they said no, it was not that, then they said it was just whatever they can make us all believe to shut us up.
They still do it. They still do it.
Oh yeah,
to
they
this
do it with
day.
everything.
Some say that this is the most credible alien abduction case. It has hypnosis, recovered memories, physical evidence, and official investigations. And other believe that it's a combination of things that you can explain away, like a combination of sleep paralysis, psychological stress, cultural influence.
Okay.
Because it is the 1960s. This was
A big thing at the time,
It
yeah.
was in the everyday life.
Right,
type thing. Today, we're going to look at the Hills' background, their encounter, the hypnosis sessions, the government involvement, skeptical viewpoints, and how this story has lasted for decades.
Let's do it.
We are going to start deep in the White Mountains of New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
I like it.
Which is where my mother-in-law's from.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, cool.
Yeah, New Hampshire. I mean, it's very close to Vermont. Like,
is it? Yeah,
I could have driven to New Hampshire in 45 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
not like the big state of Washington where it takes forever.
I remember moving here, and I'm like, oh, we're only 2 states away from California. Oh, I could be there in a couple of hours.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, no, that's not
like a
how
day.
that works. That's not how that works.
Yep.
So Betty Hill, who was Elizabeth Barrett, was born in 1919, and she worked as a social worker and civil rights activist. She was educated, intelligent, and described as a warm and pragmatic woman. She did have interest in UFOs before the abduction. Like, she was interested in like the culture surrounding it that was kind of building at the time.
Okay.
But it wasn't obsessive.
Okay.
It wasn't like me.
Yeah, she wasn't like it or
Jeff. Jeff is a better. He's very into
the alien thing.
Aliens, UFOs, UAPs, all
well, kind
that.
of like me, where I think it's cool, but I'm not like into it.
Right.
Like
you're interested in
I'm
it,
interested.
but you're not going to go way down those rabbit holes.
No. Only if TikTok will
I was
going
to
to
say that, but
that's
I didn't
the only
want it to
time.
sound mean.
No, that's not mean. Why is that mean? Because it's the truth. We can speak the truth around here. That is the fucking truth.
It is the truth.
It is the truth.
It is the truth.
And I am happy to admit it.
Then there was Barney Hill, who was born in 1922. He was a World War II veteran and a U.S. postal worker.
Oh.
He was always described as level-headed, skeptical, and pragmatic. He did struggle with health issues, including ulcers and high stress, and that was probably very likely exacerbated by the experience.
Okay.
That's a weird word.
Exacerbated.
Exacerbated.
Exacerbated. Say it
Exacerbated.
that 10 times fast. Masturbated?
Exacerbated. Well, I don't think any word should have baited on the end.
Did you hear what I said?
I did hear what you said. I just breeze over things now.
And I just sit here and crack myself up. It's my dirty jokes. Pull them out.
In 1961, so it should be mentioned that this could have something to do with how big the story got.
Okay.
But it was 1961. They were in an interracial marriage.
Oh, because
Barney was
an
an African American.
Okay, yeah.
So this
Not accepted at
was-
that time.
No, it was very highly scrutinized in the U.S., especially in New Hampshire, because New Hampshire, even today, is mostly white.
Okay.
Most of New England.
Yeah.
Most of New England is. So Barney grew up facing racism and systemic challenges, which added to his stress,
Right.
Just as a person in general.
Can't even
in an
imagine.
interracial marriage,
Right.
Like, you really didn't see this back then.
No.
I mean,
At
as far
all.
as I know.
I mean, he
Especially
probably
not
had
New
his life
Hampshire.
threatened a billion times, and
Oh,
all kinds of shit
for
went down.
sure.
Like, yeah, you could. I can
Especially
only
up
imagine.
in the White Mountains.
Yeah, no, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, the White Mountains.
Well,
but,
makes sense.
I
Hey.
don't know.
Makes sense. Just saying.
So this led to psychologists to kind of speculate that the racial tensions may have contributed to like subconscious stress
Okay.
that could have clouded the experience.
Okay.
All that. Let's talk about the abduction. So the night of the abduction, it was September 19th going into the 20th in 1961. The couple was returning home from a vacation in Niagara Falls and Montreal, both beautiful places.
Yes.
It was 10:30 at night, and they were driving south along Route 3 through the White Mountains. It's very remote, very dark, very heavily wooded. Like, think about driving through Mount Rainier.
Oh, yeah.
No
No,
light,
no
especially
light.
in 1961.
Yeah,
like,
there's not-
nothing
yeah,
out there.
no.
There's probably houses out there that didn't have electricity.
Oh, yeah.
yet.
1,000%.
Cabins and
No,
stuff like
1,000.
that. Betty noticed a bright light moving in the sky, not like an airplane. It was very erratically moving around. At first, they thought it was like a star or a planet.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there were satellites at this time, but they didn't.
It's probably not as
really-
common.
Right, but also stars and planets, satellites do move, but I don't think they would have known that
Right.
at this time.
Right. And like planes, yeah, in the 60s there were planes, but it probably, again, not as common. Like it's not.
And everything has a trajectory. It doesn't move erratically.
Right. Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
The all of a sudden the light descended rapidly and then changed directions.
Okay.
So it was going at angles.
Okay.
Nothing does that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Even now,
Yeah.
nothing does that unless it's a UAP. A UFO.
A UFO.
A UFO, if you will. I listened to a podcast. Oh, something has stories. And he says UFO because that's how some of the older ufologists would say it.
I like it.
It bothers me so
Oh, you do? I think it's fun. I like it. UFO.
UFO instead of UFO.
Yeah,
UFOs.
yeah.
UFOs.
UFO.
Uh-huh.
UFO.
UFO show for show.
Yo, a hoe for show, UFO. Oh, God. Continue.
They stopped the car and at a scenic turnout in Lincoln, New Hampshire, and Barney grabbed binoculars. This was not uncommon to have in your car at the time. Like, we all whip out a phone, you know?
Yep.
He saw what appeared to be a structured craft. It was a disc-like shape, and the windows had humanoid figures inside. Barney said that he felt an overwhelming sense of terror, describing one figure as staring at him with intense hypnotic eyes.
That's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's slightly terrifying.
And I have heard from people who have had UFO, I can't do it, encounters.
Yeah.
That terror.
Right.
That terror is a thing.
And I have also heard like them getting put into like a hypnosis kind of thing from them. So like I feel like this all is on par with what
I mean,
I've heard.
But what we know is basically rooted from this story.
Okay.
So
Fair
there's
enough.
that too. Barney, I already said that. He later recalled that a telepathic message entered his mind, warning him not to move.
Okay.
Barney ran back to the car. He moved and started yelling at Betty, "They're going to capture us." They sped away in the car, going down the road, Route 3. But suddenly they heard a series of loud, rhythmic buzzing and beeping sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Their memories blurred, and then they looked at each other. They looked around them, and they were 35 miles further down the road, disoriented, and missed more than 2 hours of recollection.
Okay. And again, I want to say that's like I've heard that kind of thing before too.
Were you missing time?
Yeah.
Missing time is a huge
Missing time and
one.
then being dropped off further
Somewhere
away
else.
than where you were.
Could they drop me off at a beach?
That would be nice. At least,
Right?
yeah, if you're going to do that, drop me off like at a resort. Could you leave me some money?
With a Mai Tai.
Yeah, give you Mai Tai.
With a Mai Tai.
I did just buy rum to make Mai Tais. I'm not doing it today, but
Why would you buy rum when I literally have a boatload of it?
because the rum is at your house and I don't want to just come steal all your rum. And also, you have dark rum. This I bought white
I
rum.
actually have white rum too.
Oh.
I bought the one with the bat on it because I had a bat
That's
on
what
it.
I got. The Bacardi.
Bacardi. It
Yeah,
had a
that's like
bat on it.
Yeah, the Batman. I was singing that wrong. That was a me thing, not you.
Batman.
Well, I've
That
had
one.
a number of people requesting Mai Tai pods on my page, and so I was like, I'll make some Mai Tai pods, but then I need some other ingredients because it requires like a special macadamia nut syrup for it to be a really good Mai Tai.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I had no idea about that.
If it's a good Mai Tai, that's what it has in it. And I want to introduce you to a really good Mai Tai. I will fuck you up.
I will have a good Mai Tai, but I also am fine with just pouring rum into a
Well,
glass.
duh. We love rum.
I love the rum.
I think we've said that a bit.
Why is the rum gone?
Because of us.
Because of us.
Because of us. Because we are pirates. A pirate
I
hooker?
just read that MIT will give you a certificate in piracy if you complete certain classes. And I'm like, we're going back to school.
I was going to say I never wanted to go back to school until I could be a pirate.
Now you can be a
And
pirate.
piracy? I feel like that'd be great.
Yeah.
I just want to wear a pirate hooker outfit all the time. I want a corset with my tits pushed up.
Are we going to
and
be
a pirate
pirates
hat.
for Halloween?
Oh, I'll be a pirate with you.
Dun, 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 dun.
I only if you don't care if I'm a slutty pirate, but
You
I
can be
cannot.
a
I
slutty
cannot
pilot.
not
Pilot?
pirate.
Pirate. Yep,
I
there
cannot
she is.
not wear like a bustier kind of pirate.
I'll be
gotta
a
do it.
pirate. I'm not
Okay.
going to be a slutty pirate.
That's fine. You can cover your yitties.
My yitties.
I'll get my little teeny tiny yitties out.
My
but
titties.
it's not much of them, but you know, yours will just cover with like a. It's got to take a lot to cover those.
I'm just going to let you keep going. I'm just.
I was trying to think of something, but I couldn't come up with anything clever. Trying to.
Coconuts.
Your titties would not fit in a coconut.
No, they wouldn't.
At all. Mine would. Well, they wouldn't actually fit in there. It'd be
They
too
would
small.
there be some space.
Some room to grow. All right, shut up. Let's go. Get me out
So
of here.
did we just decide our official costumes are pirates?
Yeah, I really think
The
we did.
amount of TikToks we could make. We do. There is a video somewhere.
Oh, I have it.
There's a video somewhere of us at Fierce County running like a pirate.
Not just there, and then we came back and did it out in front of my house
I
too, and my
forgot
neighbor
about
was
that.
watching
Yeah.
us. So
And
I'm down.
laughing.
I'm so down to be pirates.
We've taken pictures before, and friends from the school will come walking down the street, and my yitties are
my
hanging
God.
out because
Yeah.
of the dresses I get put
It's
in.
very-
It's not all your fault. It's a lot my fault.
Well, it's because they're my dresses that fit my teeny tiny yiddies, and they're not meant for yiddies your size.
That's right.
Which is that's the cause. And you know, God bless you. If only you could just give me like a little bit, and we could make like
I
even
would
them out
give
a
you
little bit.
half.
I don't want half. I want like
I would give you half.
I just want a handful.
If I
of
gave you
yours.
half, it would even us out.
Yeah, but I don't. I just that's too much for me. It's too. I'm okay with. I just need like
Some
a
back
little bit more.
problems.
Yeah, I already have back problems. I
Yeah.
don't need more.
Same.
So I'll just take like a handful of yours on each side.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that'll like
That's
reduce
fine.
you a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah,
like a good cup.
a good cup. Yeah, good cup. God, we've come a long way. You would have never let me air anything like this. Like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. I've really worked you down. Really just
Broke
beat you.
me
I
down.
did. I broke you down. I got you to be inappropriate with me on the interwebs, and it's my favorite.
You did.
Yep. We just don't think about who listens to this. It's fine.
Nope. I do though sometimes.
I'm fine with it. My child's teacher just messaged me and she goes, "Oh, I didn't realize how busy of a lady you were. You're an author, you're a podcaster."
When they arrived home, Betty went to change and she noticed that her dress was torn and covered in a strange pink powder. It was later tested but never identified. Barney's shoes were scuffed as if he'd been dragged or walked extensively through dirt. Their watches had stopped working and never functioned again. Their shiny car had circular marks on the trunk, which made a compass spin wildly when placed near it.
Oh.
So it had to have some sort of
Something
magnet
going on.
something. These details were not publicized initially, making them harder to explain away, like making it harder for them to be like, "Oh, you're just seeking fame."
Right.
So this wasn't published until later.
Got
so
it.
it's not like, "Oh, you're making up all these outlandish things just to become famous."
Right. This is stuff that was revealed later on.
Correct.
Like, yeah.
Both suffered from extreme anxiety, nightmares, and health issues. Betty had repetitive, vivid dreams of being examined aboard a spacecraft, and Barney developed chronic ulcers, high blood pressure, and PTSD-like symptoms.
That's real stuff.
That's real stuff.
Real stuff.
That's you can go get diagnosed with that stuff. You can have like hard evidence of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Also, ulcers suck.
I haven't had one, but I don't want to know.
I had one.
I can't even imagine.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard they're horrible.
they just hurt.
But also it causes there can be factors that go into that, but like for both of them to have that many things that
Together.
like that's a lot.
So the testimonies were taken of Betty and Barney, and the initial statements before hypnosis were taken between the incident and 1963. So
Okay.
that's when the stuff was they kind of went back to it. It wasn't all done at one time. It was an open investigation for years. So their immediate recollection which was taken the morning after, the Hills did not immediately recall any sort of abduction. They remembered seeing a strange light in the sky that seemed to follow them as they drove through the White Mountains. Betty recalled using binoculars to get a better look, which is what the initial report said. And she thought she saw a structured craft with windows and figures inside. Barney was feeling uneasy and initially dismissed this as an airplane, but later said that he was so deeply traumatized by this that it had to be something else.
Got it.
Which I think you see that today in true crime stories. Like somebody will initially say, "No, that didn't happen to me."
Right.
When it did.
It did. 1,000%.
It did. And that's just kind of our way of protecting ourselves.
Well, I can even say something that happened to me because my dad died when I was so young. My memory blocked out so much of my childhood.
Oh, I bet.
And it's something that as an adult I started to realize. And Shannon didn't get as much stuff blocked that I did. But there's so many things that I'll have a memory that will hit me and I'll be like, did that actually happen? Or is that my brain making it up?
And that's a really scary place to be.
It is because and then I'll be like to Shannon, do you remember this? Did this happen? And then sometimes she'll be like, no, don't know what you're talking about. Or sometimes be like, oh yeah, of course I remember that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just
that
weird.
makes you question everything.
Well, yeah, but it does happen. Like, people have trauma at different, like, trauma makes you forget things because it's your brain.
It makes you forget things and it makes you question everything.
And question everything. And your brain's trying to protect you from, like, what you went through or, like, whatever. Or who knows? Brains are impressive.
And there's such little known about them. Which is even crazier.
So crazy.
When the Hills arrived home, they realized it was much later than expected. They had lost about 2 hours of time, and they had no memory of what happened during that time. They couldn't account for how they got from one part of the highway to another, and their watches stopped working. So this is everything that went into that initial report. Let's see. Weeks after the accident, Betty started having dreams. She had these intense, vivid dreams about being taken aboard a spacecraft. These dreams occurred 5 nights in a row and were unlike any dreams she had ever had. She described beings that were examining her, and she described a, quote, star map and details that later emerged during hypnosis. So she saw a map, and she described it as a star map.
Okay.
The Hills reported their sighting to the Peace Air Force. Peace or Pease? P-E-A-S-E. Pease.
Pease? Yeah.
Pease. The Pease Air Force Base. The day after the incident. Their report was logged by Major Paul W. Henderson, who later noted that they may have seen Jupiter in the sky.
Okay.
Jupiter's pretty big in the
yeah.
sky, pretty bright, but it doesn't move around.
Okay.
And it doesn't follow you.
Oh. So there's that.
So there's that. But I love seeing Jupiter. I can always tell which one it is.
You can.
Because
It's bright.
huge.
Yeah,
and
it's bright as fuck. Yeah.
The Air Force classified the sighting as having insufficient data, though it was included in Project Blue Book, which was the U.S. government's official UFO investigations.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So now they're moving on. It's 1964. Dr. Benjamin Simon started to conduct hypnotic regression ceremonies. That's not the right word. Sessions. Sessions would be the right more. Oh, I wrote sessions and testimonies, and I
You mixed
I
them
mixed
together.
them
Good
into
job.
ceremonies.
Good job. That's good brain.
There you go.
Brain's brainy.
There you go. Brain's brainy.
I mean, it happens.
Making things out of nothing.
I mean, but also I could see where it went there.
In early 1964, the Hills sought out hypnotherapy. Both Dr. Benjamin Simon, who is a psychiatrist and a neurologist specializing in hypnotic regression for PTSD patients. Dr. Simon conducted separate sessions for each of them to prevent contamination between their testimonies.
Okay.
Obviously, I think any doctor, psychiatrist, anybody doing an investigation would do that. Barney's hypnotic testimony was in February 1964. Under hypnosis, he showed extreme fear, shaking and sweating during his recall.
Okay.
So that's a big thing.
Yeah.
He described pulling the car over and seeing humanoid figures staring at him through the craft's window. He said he tried to escape, but his body felt immobilized. Barney described figures with large, slanted black eyes that wrapped around their heads, which is kind of the iconic gray alien look before they were popularized in UFO culture.
They were
popularized. Before they became popular.
Okay.
There we go.
There's another word, though, that I feel like you're trying. And I'm like,
what is it?
I don't know.
Who's
it might
yelling
come to
at
me
us in the car right now?
I know. Which one? God.
Which one? Shannon.
Maybe.
He felt that these beings were communicating telepathically and said he heard a voice in his head saying, "Do not move, stay where you are, and keep looking."
Okay.
That's scary.
That would freak me the fuck out.
What's that? Bird Box. Have you seen Bird Box with Sandra Bullock?
Oh, that movie fucking is terrifying.
Where you have to look?
Yes.
And it kills you?
Yeah. And they're like going down the river with their blindfolds on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that movie was fucked up.
Was it the kids too?
Yeah.
That couldn't look?
Yeah, it was everybody. No one could look. And they had the kid. No, fuck that.
That's scary.
That's so scary.
That's so scary.
And it would be like breathing on you and you just have to like, you can't move. You can't look. You can't. No, the fuck no. Because you die if you look at it.
I want to see the one where you have to stay silent.
I do not want to see that. Shannon told me I was not allowed to watch it because I would be terrified.
Oh.
Or Shannon or Tex, one of the two did. The one with
What's
John
Cusamongo. That's not it.
It's not John Cusack. It's
nope.
It's Emily
Blunt's husband.
Yeah, John from The Office. I don't know.
John.
Now someone else is yelling at us.
With a K.
Yeah. Krasinski? I don't know. John. John
Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. We found it.
Cute.
John Krasinski. I was close.
You were close.
I was close.
Very close.
Samsonite. I was way off.
What?
Dumb and Dumber.
And it was the label on his.
Yeah. Like, because her last name is Swanson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barney said he felt as though his mind were being controlled. He said he was escorted into the craft by small beings and led down a corridor. He was placed on an examination table where they took samples from his skin and hair. The most disturbing part of his testimony was a recollection of a long, needle-like instrument being inserted into his genitals. I'm sorry,
Oh my
I can't
God.
laugh. I didn't mean to laugh. This was supposedly as part of a reproductive study. It wasn't butt stuff.
I was waiting to see if that's where anal probing came from, but that's clearly not. That came from somewhere.
I think that came from people like us.
Did it?
I mean, not us, obviously.
No, but like people saying that it happened. I don't know,
Yeah.
because I feel like we should research that and find out if there was somebody who got abducted. I do think it was someone at least saying they got abducted and that's what happened to them.
Anal probing.
Uh-huh.
The SNL with McKinnon. McKinney.
Oh, Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon, and she's in the UFO.
Oh my God. Yes,
Yeah,
and she's like the redneck woman. Yeah, that one, and she is like her bush.
Well,
she's talking about her bush.
Well, and then they thought it was, and she gets up in Pedro Pascal's junk, and it's just like,
that is like one of the
It's just still in her hand.
funniest clips I have ever seen.
Oh, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that sounded real wrong.
No, but it is Kate McKinnon and Pedro Pascal, and
man.
she is describing getting abducted by aliens, but she's like this redneck. She's sitting with her like legs wide open, and she's talking about them having to like go into her bush to like find things,
and
they got stuck or something. Like
it was.
Oh, if you want a good laugh, go look that one up because that was a fucking funny.
Then they started batting at it.
Yeah, so good.
He claimed that they counted his vertebrae by running fingers down his spine, and after the exam, he said one of the beings wiped his memory, and the next thing he knew, he was back in the car. Betty's hypnotic testimony was in March 1964. Her memories under hypnosis mirrored the dreams she had been having in the weeks after the encounter, which led Dr. Simon to theorize that they may have been fantasy rather than real memories. I could see both arguments.
I can see both, but I'm always on the side of that. Here's the thing: is that if something
the mind can do
the mind can do crazy things. It's very true. But if you're having the same reoccurring dream over and over, and then you go into the hypnosis, and that's what comes out. I'm a big believer in hypnosis if it's done right, if it's properly done. And if this was properly done, it probably could be her memory making her like relive it, but like, or what if it was like some control that they still had over her brain?
What if it wasn't even aliens? What if it was just people, some sort of weird experiment?
Yeah, government.
Mm-hmm. They've done worse things. She described these creatures as small humanoid, about 4 or 5 feet tall, with large heads and big eyes. She said they had thin mouths, small noses, and no ears. Your typical grays.
Right. That's exactly a gray alien. Yeah.
Betty claimed that they performed a physical examination on her, including scraping her skin, inserting long needles into her navel, which she was told was a pregnancy test, and checking her eyes, mouth, and hair.
Yikes.
There's no pregnancy test I've ever taken.
I don't want that.
No. You just pee on a stick and be done with it.
Yeah, then you're pregnant or not pregnant.
Pretty much.
Preferably not right now, but you know.
Right now?
I mean, always.
Or ever.
Well, I mean, I wanted it at one point, not anymore.
At one point, but now from going forward.
No. God, what was it? You kept saying to me when I was sick or something, you're like, you're pregnant. I was like, Meg, if you wish that into existence, I'm going to murder you.
It was pregnant or do you have got worms?
Oh, yeah, that. You kept saying that. Neither were correct. Both were incorrect, Megan.
I just like to get your goat.
Oh, Jesus.
That's all. There was also an incident with a map. Betty asked the beings where they came from, and one showed her a holographic 3D star map.
Okay.
She later recreated the map under hypnosis, which was analyzed by astronomers. Marjorie Fish, who was an amateur astronomer, claimed in the 1970s that the map resembled the Zeta Reticuli star system, which led some ufologists to believe that the beings were from there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. What does it take to be an amateur something? Am I an amateur ufologist?
I would say you're an amateur
cryptozoologist.
Yes. I'd say that.
Podcaster.
Yeah, all of the above. Amateur hour over here.
Human.
That too.
That too. Now, their testimonies kind of evolved over time. At first, Barney always seemed reluctant to believe in the abduction, but never wavered in his description of the being's eyes.
Okay.
Like how the beings looked.
Right.
And he always described the same physical examination details in different hypnosis sessions over and over again. Over the years, Betty's added more detail to the story. She included the idea that the aliens spoke perfect English and that she had extensive conversations with them. I think, if they can communicate telepathically, they don't need to speak English.
Right.
Maybe she thought she was speaking English.
Maybe that is a portion of your brain perceiving something differently than how it occurred. Because I would think that they would be telepathically communicating, not outright speaking.
Right. But even over time, her accounts later on, they were more benevolent and spiritual elements rather than aliens. And those were absent from her initial hypnosis sessions.
Okay.
So, but we all do this. We all think things over and over again. And
your brain can morph memories 100%. That is especially a traumatic thing that happened to you. Your brain can look for could be looking for the good in it, looking for the thing to make it okay for you to handle what happened. It does
sometimes make it not okay. If you're not
right.
interested in healing or whatever, if you are out you want somebody to be guilty for something, you're gonna
decide that
they're that everything leads to that.
I mean, I think that's just what happened to me in that group text about my high school. The girl just decided that I didn't communicate and just was mad at me, even though I did.
You did. Maybe
So,
you just didn't communicate in the same way that she wanted to communicate.
And I said that to her. I said, I don't think I communicated how you wanted me to. And that's not on me.
Nope. In 1966, journalist John G. Fuller wrote The Interrupted Journey, which was a book that detailed both of their experiences. This brought national attention to their case and is believed to have influenced later abduction stories. There are differences in their accounts. So the first difference is how they were taken. In Betty's testimony, beings approached the car and she was escorted out willingly. In Barney's experience, he tried to run, but that was telepathically controlled.
Okay.
Then there's the alien appearance. Betty says small beings, human-like features, large heads. Barney always focused on their eyes, the large, black, emotionless eyes. In the examinations, Betty gave more details about star maps than the examination. And Barney gave more details about the examination because a needle in your dick is probably a big thing.
I do feel like that would traumatize someone
And
immensely.
they touched him up and down his spine.
Yeah.
So they touched him. And then when afterward, Betty was left with more curiosity and fascination and wanting to learn more.
Right.
Whereas Barney he had fear and trauma and just terror.
So but your favorite saying that two things can be true at the same time, they could have both had those experiences. He was running from it. She stayed in the car.
Yeah.
She doesn't realize that she was being controlled, but so she got out willingly and went without
And there's
her
also
realizing
that male and female side of it.
that
too.
1,000%.
That has influence.
That does.
That's how we perceive things is a lot different than how men perceive things.
Yep.
Maybe we're told to do something. All right, let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm so
and
sorry.
it also could be I mean, there's so many factors in it. It could be her experience was they focused more on her conversation where he was more for them to poke and prod. They were doing two different things. There's you never know. Or
they could be. Or women are used to being poked and prodded, and so it was no big deal.
Yeah, it was not a big deal.
I mean, there's always that.
I just saw a TikTok of a tattoo parlor, and they went around to all the tattoo artists, and they said, who handles pain best, men or women?
Women.
And it was every single one. They're
All of
without
them.
a doubt women. It just was really funny. And I was like, I mean, it's true. We got to, our bodies have to go through a lot, guys.
I think we're just used to it. I mean, we have, starting out when we're young, we have periods, and they hurt.
They don't feel good.
They hurt.
Neither do boobs.
Boobs really don't feel
They
good.
don't.
How would you know?
What do you mean? How do I know?
How do you know boobs don't feel good?
I mean, if you get hit in one.
I'm kidding. That was an itty bitty titty joke.
Oh. Whoa. Right over my head.
Oh,
Right
that was
over.
funny.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
That was pretty good.
Right over my head. No,
Yep.
that was a good one. I just, donut didn't catch it. I was like, what do you mean?
What?
How do you mean? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Fuck off.
The Hill's testimony remains one of the most detailed and influential alien abduction accounts ever. Skeptics argue that their stories were influenced by dreams, media, or hypnosis, which you can be influenced by hypnosis.
Oh,
if the
1,000%.
person puts
Yeah.
an idea in your head, there
can,
there
absolutely.
you go. But this is the first credible account of extraterrestrial contact and abduction.
Yeah.
We do have extraterrestrial contact,
Right.
but the abduction piece is the abduction piece.
Yes. What was alien pancakes around this time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It
then
was like 60s or 70s?
yeah, and then the hobgoblins.
Oh, the hobgoblins.
Remember the
I love
hobgoblins?
the name, the hobgoblins.
Hobgoblin.
No, and the alien pancakes was a guy who said a ship landed in his backyard and they literally offered him pancakes.
Yeah. And he had one.
And he had one. And he said it was like a spongy.
Yeah, it was like cardboard.
Yeah.
Didn't taste
Oh,
great.
it was cardboard. That was
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
didn't-
There it
didn't
is.
taste good.
Yeah.
But
He
just-
went into their ship.
And they're like, oh, what do we got here?
Yeah, hung out.
What do we?
I don't know about that one. That one's suspicious. But
You
he
want
had a
some
picture.
syrup?
But he had pictures of it or something. Yeah.
pancake.
Because I remember we pulled it to put on the interwebs. Anyways.
That
yeah.
was an early episode.
That was
His name was Joe, I want to say. Joe?
I don't remember that much.
Joe Mama.
Joe Mama.
Hang on, let me look at my... Okay, so back to amateur astronomer, Marjorie Fish. She began doing a lot of research into the star system that Betty hypnotically recalled. And like she said, it matched Zeta Reticuli, which was a binary star system that wasn't known about in 1961.
Oh.
So, was this knowledge implanted in Betty's mind by the aliens, or was it just a coincidence? She drew out this map. It wasn't known.
I mean, obviously there could be a coincidence, but that's pretty, to me,
big
that's a
coincidence.
big coincidence.
Especially with a star map. Like, it has to be pretty
specific. I mean,
what's the word?
Pretty
Precise.
Precise. Yeah, but
That's
no
the one.
But it would have to be pretty precise. That's pretty.
It has to be precise for you to be like, oh, this is that. Like, if there's maybe one or two small pieces gone, like, that's fine.
Right.
But it has to, match up.
Yeah.
Right? In 1965, the story was leaked to the press, which sparked widespread UFO interest. And this was with a bunch of other things going on. So this was in at that point. 1966, John Fuller's book came out, and he became internationally famous.
Okay.
Their case set the standard for modern alien abductions, including the gray alien archetype.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the hobgoblins kind of looked like gray aliens.
They definitely did. They resemble them. They're just fatter
And little ears.
in little ears. But they could be
Hobgoblin.
another species.
Another species.
You never know.
You and I don't look like.
No, we don't.
Kind of, but not really.
Kind of, but not.
Not.
One big boobs, one little boobs. How are we get on titties so much this topic?
No, I don't know. I don't even know where it started.
No, we can't just the tits. That'll take us too long.
It will take us too long. This also introduced themes of reproduction experimentation, which could have evolved into the butt stuff.
Yeah,
So
That
maybe
makes
it
sense.
wasn't actually anal probing.
right.
It was
Other probing.
frontal probing.
Either way, I'm gonna figure out where the anal probing started.
And you report back.
Also, kind of terrified to put that into Google.
Nobody look at our Google history.
That's terrifying.
Nobody.
I actually feel like I could put it in a Chat GPT and be like, "What?"
And that's not...
Yeah, but that's not Google. It's not going to pull up porn websites on Chat GPT. If I say
That's true.
what is the first report? Who was the first person to report being anally probed by an alien?
That's a great way to start a conversation. All right, did you give it a goog?
I gave it a Goog. Well, I gave it a Chat GPT, which is great. All right. So the first widely reported and sensationalized claim of anal, that was not correct.
anal.
Alien abduction involving anal probing came from the 1975 case of Travis Walton. Although it is important to clarify that his account doesn't explicitly describe anal probing, it is more of a general examination during his alleged abduction. However, the first explicit and culturally influential mention of anal probing is often attributed to later stories that emerged in the 1980s and 1990s, particularly through whistleblower accounts, hypnosis sessions, and media portrayals. The concept became a pop culture trope largely through its exaggeration in the comedy and television, e.g., South Park famously parodied it in its 1997 pilot episode, cementing the public's consciousness. In terms of early abduction narratives, Betty and Barney Hill case 1961 was the first widely publicized abduction story, but it did not include anal probing. The Travis Walton case in 1975 described a medical-like procedures, though not in explicit detail regarding probing. The trope likely emerged through a mix of descriptions of invasive medical examinations by abductees under hypnosis.
Which this would be invasive, this one from Barney.
Yep. Evolving urban legends in the 1980s and an amplification through movies, tabloid media, and satirical TV.
Hey,
There you go.
that's pretty comprehensive.
That's very
right
comprehensive. Thanks, ChatGPT, for
There
that.
you go. Amazing.
Now, I don't want to think of the weird things the AI man is going to think when I ask him questions.
The AI man?
I don't know. That's an AI. It's a thing. I don't know. I don't know. They like get to know you when you ask questions. You can ask, like, you can literally say everything that I've asked. What do you know about me from everything that I've asked? And it'll tell you like what it knows about you. It's kind of scary. I haven't done it and I'm not going to.
I'm going to do it.
Good.
I actually that often.
I've heard people of like even doing like communications where it supposedly can connect to like the other side kind of thing. I saw that on TikTok.
If you subscribe to the theory that we are all in a
simulation,
matrix, then
it makes sense. Yeah. But I saw a few things and it was one of them was a medium talking about it. And she was saying like people have done it and it got real scary. So they stopped and she's like, I know how to put protections in place and I did it. And she's like, I was blown away. So interesting. I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Okay. You let me know.
I will. I'll do it with you.
No, I didn't say yes. I did not give consent.
So there are some skeptical explanations of what could have potentially been the cause for the Hill abduction. Was it sleep paralysis?
Yep.
Is the first one, which is a state where a person is awake but temporarily unable to move, often accompanied by hallucinations of shadowy figures, pressure on the chest, and a sense of a presence in the room.
Yeah.
That could have been.
It could have been, but also when as someone who has experienced sleep paralysis regularly, you don't hallucinate where you're at. You are still
You're in your room.
You're
not
very,
in a different place.
and you are cognitively there. Like I've experienced it, and like okay, so maybe they're saying the things that like seeing a shadow figure or like something is not real, but when you experience it, you are fully awake. You're
aware.
You are aware. You're looking around your room. You know that you are.
In your room,
in your bed, you've been asleep, you get woken up and you can't move, you can't speak, you can't talk, you have pressure on your chest, you feel like you're being like bound down by something. And so like to me that eliminates that because they are completely hallucinating then where they're at. And that would not be sleep paralysis. It's not the same.
Oh, that's an interesting, not knowing where you or not traveling.
Yeah, not traveling
would be interesting.
Which we've done episodes on people who do like out of body experiences where they will travel. Yeah, that kind of thing. But that's not the same as sleep paralysis.
It's not the same as sleep paralysis, but that was also tied into that episode. I remember
it was.
talking
Yes,
about
we
that.
did. Yep.
So so a lot of alien abduction stories do contain some of those classic sleep paralysis symptoms. Like being restrained, telepathic or mind control presence, strange humanoid or non-human entities standing over them, and the sensation of being lifted or floating out of bed. But that's all assuming you're in your room.
Right. And that's that's the factor to me that makes it be like it's not that, only because we've done episodes where they've talked about like we've done Wild, Weird, and Unknowns, where like people are telling a story and they will say that they've seen like an alien standing next to their bed or whatever. That could be sleep paralysis. To me, this still to me does not qualify because again, they went on like they recall being on a ship or something like somewhere else.
That's fair. The Hills both described the feeling of a paralysis and helplessness, but it was mostly Barney in particular who reported seeing the beings, and these beings are also have the common feature as beings in sleep paralysis with the large eyes, kind of weird features, like not typical. Like because the alien, the gray aliens has been, or like the dark features, dark shadowy.
I think
we have read a couple of sleep paralysis theories where it is like a gray.
Yes, it is like a gray. It's an alien and whatever. But then a lot of them are like the Hat Man. Just like dark shadowy figures without like you can't really see much except for like it's like a shadow figure.
Now it could also be a hypnogenic hallucination, which is something that occurs between waking and sleeping.
Okay.
So they were driving late at night on a highway. But for them to both have it at the
That's
same
it.
time
Yep.
would be strange.
And
if
for
it
them-
was just one, okay, I could see that. But for them to both have it at the same
yes.
time, that would be strange. So then there's also the interracial marriage pressure. There was that was brought up as kind of a reasoning. The Hills were in a high profile interracial couple at the time when racism was very running rampant in the US.
Right.
I mean, this was in the 1960s. This was when things were really ramping up. Not that they hadn't been in the past, but things were starting to change and a lot of people didn't like that.
Yep.
Some psychologists have suggested that Barney's anxiety about the social stigma, discrimination, and safety in rural areas may have manifested in his subconscious mind as an abduction experience. Because you remember, his was very much more
right.
like, and he didn't waver. Things were always the same. Hers evolved.
Right.
So it's possible that the aliens represented authority figures or oppressors, which is a subconscious projection into real life.
Okay.
I could see that. It's a stretch.
I would say that's a stretch.
It's a
In my
stretch.
opinion, it's a big stretch, but also if people are trying to understand and make sense of this, then
I feel like that would be something if you were to have some sort of traumatic brain injury.
1,000%. Yeah.
Then this would make more sense.
1,000%.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. In this, I don't feel like it necessarily.
But just for it to pop up like this,
right, is a very interesting. People, yeah.
So I don't know about that one.
I don't know either.
There's a misidentification of a celestial or military object. The UFO that they saw may have been something up in the sky.
Okay.
It may have been just part of astronomy. Astronomer Carl Sagan and others suggested that Betty initially saw Jupiter, which was visible in the night sky on that night. Under certain conditions, bright planets or stars can appear to move due to autokinesis, which is an optical illusion where stationary lights seem to shift when stared at in the darkness. Yes, that is real. I've witnessed it. But move around erratically is not the same thing.
Right.
So that one,
I don't believe that.
you don't believe that.
No.
No, I don't believe that it was Jupiter.
No.
I don't believe that was. I would believe more of you're making something up in your mind and believing it more than I would believe that
Same.
what they were witnessing was Jupiter.
Same. But them both seeing the same thing, it's always especially in the supernatural, when someone else sees it with you, it's so much more validating to you because you're like, I'm not alone. Someone else saw it.
Someone else saw. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So-
100%. Because you do initially always question what you're seeing.
1,000. You question it
hearing,
instantly. But if someone else sees it with you, you're like, you saw that too, right? It wasn't just
like
me.
when we both saw a shadow figure in Port Campbell.
Yep.
Peering around the corner.
We both saw it, or things that we've seen here, when we saw that orb that one time. Where we both
we've seen a lot.
We have, and we'll be like, the fuck, or Tex and I saw the little girl walk across our upstairs. That was fucking wild to me.
That is wild.
And we both saw it. We both knew we saw it.
That's a good one.
Insane.
The Peace Air Force Base was nearby, and on that night in 1961, they were doing military aircraft flights. Some say that the Hills may have seen early tests of military aircraft like weather balloons or classified aerial vehicles. The loud buzzing sounds that they reported could have been from a jet passing overhead.
Okay.
That one's more credible. I think that one is a possibility. And then add the psychological stress of everything else.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Then there's the power of hypnosis and false memories. This one I really struggle to read about because it happened to somebody that I knew.
Okay.
Somebody that I was close to. So the Hills' memories of abductions only surfaced after, the details, only surfaced after undergoing regressive hypnosis, which is known to create false memories due to leading questions. And I know somebody specifically that this happened to, and they turned into a completely different person.
That's
and all
horrible.
of a sudden they had these memories, quote unquote memories, and I would go as far to say ruined their life and ruined their family's life.
Wow. Well, and I will say that I definitely think that is a possibility.
It is a possibility. Yeah.
I just still don't think that would negate their whole experience.
That's true.
Leading up to that. Yeah, okay, maybe the details
because they
from the
already
hypnosis
had this experience.
Right, they already
the
were
hypnosis.
saying it. They were already, but so maybe the details were not correct after it, but they already said this experience already happened.
The
that they were
experience
saying,
already happened, and
right.
they were trying to unlock more
More
about
of
the
it.
experience, and this is what they unlocked.
Yeah.
So before the Hills, alien abduction stories were very, very rare. Sci-fi was big.
Yes.
Sci-fi was really big. In the 1950s and early 60s, UFO sightings in science fiction were increasingly popular, and aliens were becoming part of mainstream culture. I mean, Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
1000%.
Freaking love that show.
Mhm.
New Year's Eve.
See, I never watched it. I just did the ride it.
The what?
The ride, the Twilight Zone.
Oh, there was a ride?
The Tower of Terror.
That was the Twilight Zone?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. It goes, oh, my God. I'm going to take a video. They still apparently have it in Disneyland Paris, and we're going to go. I'll take a video. It is the coolest ride ever.
You guys are going to Disneyland Paris?
Did I not tell you this?
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. My Ratatouille-loving
God.
child. She wants a, it's like a big Ratatouille thing over there because of... I know.
That's my top 3 favorite Pixar movies.
Okay, well,
so
I'll have to bring you back something.
I need
I
Remy.
will. I'll get you something.
Something.
I'll find it. But yeah, Kyler wants to go and eat a baguette. You can buy a fresh French baguette and just walk around.
Girl after my own heart.
I know. And
Just
I'm
a big loaf of bread.
I'm there for the champagne in the main street because they also do that. But yeah, apparently they have. I need to research it and make sure. But basically, what happens is the ride is based off of an old hotel, and you get into an elevator, and it says say goodbye to the people you love, and it shows it's like a mirror where you see, and then like lightning, you see yourself, lightning hits, and then it opens again to a screen, and it's all these people like that have gone in these elevators and disappeared, and then it's like welcome
That is
to
so
the
cool.
Twilight Zone, and then the elevator drops, and you like your
I love
stomach goes
that.
up into your tits.
There we go. We're back to the tits.
It is
back
the most
to the tits.
Well, they've changed the Disneyland one to a Guardians of the Galaxy one, which
That's
is
right.
honestly a lot of fun. I was so mad when they changed it, but they did a really good job, and it's a lot of fun.
I thought the Tower of Terror was just the Tower of Terror. I didn't know it had a theme. to
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. It has a theme. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's the Twilight Zone.
I love that.
It's
love
really
that
cool.
show.
I mean,
love that show so
yeah,
much.
and I haven't seen the show, but I've done that ride a billion times. So
Like the woman that wakes up in the town and like completely abandoned, and she goes around and everything's fake. The phone's fake. Everything's fake.
oh god,
And then I can't remember if she finds somebody else, like one other person or something like that. But then at the end, like you realize she's in like this little plaything, and this alien boy is like has her as a pet.
oh god, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or when you talk about the woman on the woman churning butter on
Yeah,
the
colonial-
reminds the
colonial woman
Yeah.
turning butter on a wing.
Yeah.
That's from Bridesmaids.
Yeah, but that reminds me of there's one where what's his name? William Shatner was really young on it, and he sees like this scuffle, these creatures on the wings. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
keeps talking about it, and everyone thinks
Oh,
he's crazy.
I know that one.
Yeah.
I've at least seen clips or heard about that one. Yeah,
that one's
okay.
a huge
Yeah,
one. That
yeah.
was a huge one. So TV shows like The Outer Limits aired episodes titled The Bellero Shield in February 1964, just weeks after Barney Hill's hypnosis session. That could have been a little too close to be able to...
Right.
But it's still influential.
Yes.
It's influential.
Yes.
The episode featured a tall, bald alien with large slanted eyes, eerily similar to the being Barney later described.
Okay.
The gray alien phenomenon didn't exist really before this case. We've had things that described them, but it didn't take off in pop culture until this case. Could that have been accumulation of everything? I'm trying to think of the hobgoblins. Was that in like the 40s?
I do think it was later. It was like
Or like earlier, right? Like it was after Roswell, but before Alien Pancakes. West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama. You're supposed
Take me home, country road.
road.
Oh, that was
And who
not.
was
That
it?
was not right.
Who was
John
it?
Denver. No,
John
it's
Denver's
not.
full of shit.
Well, God, it's saying the first. This is wild. The first sightings of hobgoblins date back to the medieval England, particularly during the Middle Ages, roughly 15th or 12th to 15th century.
Well, now I got to go into that.
Okay, wait.
Ooh.
Um,
Medieval
what
England.
about in
West Virginia.
West Virginia? Do you remember?
So before the abductions, most alien sightings were described as human-like figures, robot, or like kind of monster. The gray alien with large eyes, small mouth, and telepathic abilities became the standard alien archetype only after the Hills case was publicized. And this suggests that the Hills description may have influenced later abduction reports rather than the other way around.
Okay.
But I know we've had, because even in Roswell, but they were taller.
Yeah.
In Roswell.
Yes, they were.
But hobgoblins were little.
Yeah, Yeah, it didn't give me a date on the hobgoblins at all.
Hopkinsville Hobgoblin story was in 1955. So it was about 6 years before the Betty and Barney Hill incident.
Okay.
So it was before,
Okay.
but only a few years.
Not by a ton.
Not by a ton. And while it is in the East, I don't know how much that spread.
Yeah.
But hobgoblins do look different from gray aliens, but there are similarities.
Right. Well, the hobgoblins go back to just the research
Medieval times.
Medieval times, but then it goes on. It goes to like Scottish folk. Like this whole.
Oh, that makes sense.
ChatGPT.
So I wonder if we're talking about two different beings here that kind of get conflated sometimes.
I mean,
that's strange.
Yeah, they're talking about playing a role in European lore, and that's mirrored by the Appalachian entities.
Which would make sense.
Which would make a lot of sense.
Well, okay, we're going to have to do an episode on that.
There's also something called the Tommy Knockers.
Oh, I know what Tommy Knockers are. It reminds me of boobs, though.
The Bogarts, the Boogers, the Booger Man.
A Bogart, a bogey man.
The Boo Hag.
Can you? Oh, I know that one too.
Oh,
yeah,
that's I don't know any of those.
The Boo Hag is on my list for. Can you send me that?
Yes.
Can you just send me the whole thing? You can leave the stuff out about anal probing, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted that.
Now, another theory is that it was time distortion or highway hypnosis. A trance-like state can occur when the driver loses track of time and distance due to monotonous driving conditions. I would say no to that one because they stopped and got out of the car.
Right, I agree.
If they had just kept going the whole time and lost track of time, that's one thing. And then lastly, was it a hoax or an exaggeration? Did they fabricate the whole story for attention? Unlike some later abductees, the Hills did not immediately seek fame for profit.
Right.
So that kind of diminishes that theory.
Right.
But skeptics argue that once they realized people were interested, their story evolved and became more elaborate over time. And that led to some inconsistencies from earlier accounts to later accounts. So there's that. It could have been a government cover-up, and were they selected to be part of a secret military project like, I don't know, MK Ultra mind control? Something like that.
Which was a thing.
It could have been fabrication or delusion causing mass hysteria or subconscious projection.
Okay.
Or was it a real alien abduction? There's a lot. And you can find most of Betty Hill's notes and tapes at the University of New Hampshire, which was also her alma mater. And in 2011, the New Hampshire Division of Historical Resource marked the site of the alleged craft first approach on the highway with a highway marker.
Damn.
I want to go.
Yeah, I'd go look at that.
I think there's so many things, and I do like when I looked up the story that they did go into all of these other things. Was it this? Was it this? Was it
right.
this? Was it? I always appreciate that. But as we talked about, as we went through each thing, we talked about how this doesn't fit. This doesn't
right.
fit.
It can all be debunked in some way. So I mean, I obviously believe it. I think it probably happened.
Yeah.
I think this is
one of the most credible alien encounters, abduction encounters.
Especially with the amount of trauma that it caused both of them, and both of them like keeping quiet about it, not trying to seek fame from it. Like that's a big thing we've learned. People seeking fame, like saying their house is haunted and it's not. Doing that, like that's a big factor. If that wasn't a factor too, there's a lot of things about that make me think it was real, and they both have their own separate memories from it, and maybe some things did get fabricated from those, like the hypnosis sessions or whatever. But I still think it.
Or was there a grain of truth somewhere?
Right, exactly.
Could a lot of this have been fabricated?
Right,
maybe not intentionally by them, but through different things. But where was that grain of truth?
Yeah, I think the grain of truth is that they got abducted.
And I know there's things in these mountains because my mother-in-law has talked to us about her in this same area. She has a very detailed, very traumatic experience, not abduction.
No, but seeing
sought out by a craft.
And that, I don't know. I fully believe it. I do think they abduct people to run experiments, and it's a thing. And
I think my only UFO possible experience was in the same area. It was in the Green Mountains, which is just like an hour away.
Very unique names.
Very unique.
White
the
Mountains,
White Mountains,
the Green
Mountains.
Yeah.
But I was looking out my window, and I lived where I could see Mount Mansfield, which is the main mountain in Vermont, and beautiful view. And I just sounded like Trump there for a minute. Beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was the best view ever. It was the best view you were going to find. You're never going to find a better view
than this. I'm telling you.
Sprinkles Cheeto dust wherever he goes.
But I looked outside, and there were these 3 giant balls on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So big that it couldn't have been a flare.
Right.
And they just sat there and they spun.
And that's
they spun.
But also, when you see something with your own 2 eyes, it's very hard to be like, that's not real, or that's something else. Like, you saw them, you can't, and you know.
And I
you're
remember
like,
asking my dad, "What is that?" He's like, "I have no idea."
And he's like, "Let's go inside now. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go. Let's go.
We're done." Yeah.
But there was that sense of fear, and I don't know what I was a child, that could have something to do with it, but there was that sense of fear.
I mean, I think there would be a sense of fear no matter what, because you don't know what it is.
That's what it is.
Unknown.
It's the unknown.
You don't know what it is.
You're afraid of what you don't know.
And your brain can't logically grasp onto what that could be. So it's automatically going to be scary no matter what. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they probably intentionally put fear into people.
No.
I think that your brain just goes into fight or flight. Like, you're terrified, like your self-protection mode, which is being afraid is part of the way to protect you.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, yeah, I think it's real.
So that's the Betty and Barney Hill story.
There we go.
I mean, there we go. There's so much more you could go into. You can go into and listen to the tapes. You can read the actual transcripts, all this stuff. We only have an hour, so
that's what we got. No, but I love it. That's very
a good
cool.
one.
No, I like it. But
I'm surprised we hadn't done that one before. I really like the UFO ones, but there's so many out there that are short.
Right. They're very short and sweet.
They're very short.
Yeah.
So when I find these longer ones, I'd like to go into them.
I love it. Well, damn. Well, I'm not asking for an alien abduction, by the way. I am happy to hear that anal probing is more of a South Park thing than a real thing, though. So that gives me a sense of
a little bit better.
A little bit better. Just a little bit.
Not a fan?
Not a fan. Not for me. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Don't sign me up.
Same.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean,
no. No, thank you. No. All right. Anyways, well, Jesus Christ, you guys, that was fun.
That was fun. Welcome to year 3.
Welcome to year 3. God only knows what we're doing. I feel like we always have an idea of what's coming up in the next year, and I feel like this is the first year where we haven't had a second to
We haven't even sat down. We
I know.
haven't even had friend time. I will let you guys know. We haven't even had a night.
Nope.
In months.
No.
Have we had one post-Christmas?
Maybe.
Yeah, the Taco Bell incident.
Yeah, we did. We had one
the 11 p.m. Taco Bell order.
Yeah, that was allowed.
And then your daughter came to school that week and was like, "Do you know what my mom did? She ordered Taco Bell after I went to bed." I'm like, "No, she did
Your mom's such a mean person. She would order it without you."
I know.
I do recall it was actually Taco Bell and crumble cookie, by the way.
It was.
That was a great
But the
time.
kids got crumble cookie.
They did the next
We
day.
got
Oh, no, it was that
they
day.
got
It was
it.
that day, and then they went to bed. Then
You
we ordered
must
Taco
have been
Bell.
real lit to make 2 orders.
It's not me. It was the marijuana.
I mean, probably.
It was. I had the munchies. Well, you didn't, so that's
Not me.
a you problem.
Mine is just I just want Taco Bell.
Well, same. I love Taco Bell. I could have it all day, every day. I love Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys.
Almost as much as cheese curds.
Cheese curds are also just
Cheese curds and a nice refreshing beverage.
the best.
The best.
Well, maybe you guys go get some cheese curds.
Go get some cheese curds.
Go get some
Fried
cider.
pickles.
Ooh, fried pickles. God damn it. Fuck me up. Go get a cocktail.
Go do whatever you
Go
want.
do whatever you want.
Enjoy the sunshine if you've got
That's it. Yeah, we only have it for another day, and then I feel like it's going again.
Ah.
Maybe not. I haven't looked at the
I
weather.
don't know.
But all right, you guys, well, make sure you get yourself some lunatic soup.
And remember, in this crazy world,
It's good to be a lunatic.
bye.
Bye.